Hello, my name is Colorful, and this is a quick battle with the Navy to illustrate the basics of BNav. At the start of any battle, you should look around your ship at the features of the map, and then take note of which way your ship's facing, where the enemy ship is, and which way it is facing. In the first move, your goal is to try and get ahead of the bot safely, and maybe even shoot at it. If you can't get straight ahead of it, you should turn to a position that you'll be able to control it from in front of it. The bot will always move towards you, and it will usually take the most linear route. Under no circumstances should you charge at the bot or risk letting the bot get too close to you. I usually play the first move as a positional move that leaves me open to either attack or reposition, and then watch to see how aggressive the bot plays. Because the bot spawned with all that wind, there was really only one route it could go to get me, and I got a free shot onto it before it could get away. In the first 5 moves, your goal is to make the bot chase you while you stay ahead of it and put shots in its direction. Because I'm not playing against a hard bot, I know that it will take the most aggressive path. Because of the wind, it is impossible for it to position to shoot me within the 3 moves, so I play safe and just turn left into safety, then reposition in the wind so that I can't be trapped on the next turn. A popular misconception of BNav is that it's worth taking a shot or two to max the other ship. It's never worth trading shots because if you get into the habit, when you start to nav against larger ships as a smaller ship, you will get maxed right away, so stay out of the habit. It is important while you BNav to not always use last second moves, because this will make the battle harder because the bot's movement becomes less predictable if you use them multiple times in a row. If you show your moves early, you know that the bot will think you're moving and it's easier to stay ahead of it. Since the bot knows I'm moving, it is going to turn and charge at me. I reposition myself to get ahead of it. If you keep yourself ahead of the other ship, you can easily control the battle. Bots love to use wind. They also love to use them to try and charge at you. The bot's going to try and use the wind here to cut me off. I keep myself ahead of it and try to make it so that if it turns toward me, I will shoot it. The end of this turn leaves me in excellent position. You need to always be aware of winds and whirlpools in your area, not just because the bots will usually use them, but because you can use them easily to keep ahead of the bots. Throughout this battle, I've been counting to make sure that I stay 4 spaces away from the bot. This may seem like a waste because the cannon range is 3 spaces, but it's to keep myself from getting shot, and trying to force the bot to move into my range nose on, so that it has to take shots while it can't give them back to me. Bots are suicidal. They'll often run down your broadside to try and get to you faster. It is very important that you never put yourself in a similar position, though. Never approach a bot that has its broadside to you. You will get maxed. I see the winds ahead of me and realize that if the bot turns onto them, which they usually do because bots love winds, it will get free shots on me. So I turn clear before it has a chance to do so, and don't score any hits this round. About this point, weak bots will start running out of moves. If you put no moves in, and the bot doesn't show any moves either, then this is the turn that you want to start performing last second movements. This just means that you'll need to put your moves in very fast at the end of the turn, so the bot doesn't have time to generate a reaction. To accomplish this, remember that left clicking is right, right clicking puts you to right, and double clicking is forward. I usually try to put the moves in first and then go putting the shots in. I find it smoother and easier than trying to put both move and shot in at the same time. In this battle, all I had to do was turn left and put my shots in. Since I had no force shot, I just turned off it so it wasn't nose on me, so that I wouldn't risk getting grappled in the next turn. When bots take damage, they start to slow down. At this point, they usually don't have turns. That means you can expect them to only have forwards and then shots. If they don't move forward within that turn, the next move they will be able to turn, so be careful of that. It usually takes twice as long to generate a turn compared to a forward, for both bots and you. Constantly doing last second moves removes the advantage of it because the bot will plan that you're moving. Never do them more than twice in a row. Bots will always try to grapple on the turn that will bring you to their broadside. This means if you are 1 move away, they will grapple. If you are 2, they will grapple on the second. Knowing this can help you from getting away from getting shot or grappled if you accidentally get too close to them early. They are 1 shot from max, and I need to consider going to grapple. They moved forward, so it is unlikely that they'll turn. However, I do not want to grapple on the side because I don't want to get shot. Bots will usually grapple in the first turns, but then shoot in the later ones, so I choose to pull away to a better position. Bots can read when you're putting grapples in for some reason, so you shouldn't put them in until you're putting your moves in unless you want to try and force them to move into your grapple. Turning off auto move is great. Not only does it allow you to pick the move you want, but it actually generates the movement tokens faster. However, I recommend that when you're not in need of certain moves, you keep it on so that you don't forget about it and run out of moves. I pulled 2 spaces ahead and set up an easy double turn grapple to finish off this battle. As an ending note, whenever you think the bot will be in a spot, you should probably shoot at it, because it's far better to make your gunner work and make them unhappy than it is to make yourself unhappy by missing a bunch of shots that you could have hit if you just shot more. It also makes your battles shorter and is very good for your rank. This battle was against an orange cutter, but when you're with the Navy, almost anything will be orange to you, so it wasn't that hard of a battle. If you're on a harder route, you should probably play it a bit more carefully than I did in this battle. My name is Colorful, and I hope that this video helps you if you're struggling to learn the puzzle, just to get some basic strategy down for the next time you fight some bots.